Another little interesting Skol Hop tidbit. I think we're going to add another segment into our regular season episodes. We haven't knocked out all the details, but I did come up with a name on it. We can have an on-air production meeting about that. But if you have ever followed Dude Perfect at all, you know that they have their Wheel Unfortunate segment. I think we might try to emulate that a little bit. So a couple episodes ago, Evan and I made our official picks, game-by-game picks, for how we thought the season would go. And I kind of texted Evan with an idea, something of a punishment for myself every time the Vikings lost. And he said, I think that's a decent idea, but here's a better one. So Evan kind of came up with every time Evan or I get one of our picks wrong, these picks we made a few weeks ago. So if we picked the Vikings to win and they lost, or vice versa, then we would spin our own little virtual wheel of punishments. And then they would be taken out right then and there on that episode.
This is intriguing.
So, Evan, feel free to shoot this name down. The microphone should not influence what you think.
Haven't talked about this, so this is live in the moment.
All right.
We're doing it.
So this name's a little cheesy.
This is good.
But I think for that segment, we could call it the Purple Punishments.
Okay. I like it.
And I think each of us would have our own wheel. However, it'd be the same wheel, just duplicated twice.
Sure.
And however many things we have on the wheel, 10, 15, 17, whoever knows, items. If we get our pick wrong, we clip the virtual wheel, and then things along the lines of eat a habanero, or I don't know. I'm
eat a habanero pepper right here, right
on
now,
on the
episode,
or something like consume an entire jar of pickles
in one sitting
during the episode,
juice and all.
So that would be one of the first things we would do on the episode: is welcome in, talk about the beer, and then if either of us got our pick wrong, do the Purple Punishment segment if we have to. So what do you think? Do you think that's a good idea?
I like it. Yeah. And we're just trying to up the entertainment value a little bit.
So I'm gonna extend this on-air production meeting. Forrest, you're a Bears fan. Last season you were on our show after. It was either after or before. It was
one before, one after.
Yeah. It was in connection to the Vikings Bears game. There's two of them. I think. Am I okay with extending the offer to come on the show at least for those two games?
I'd love to. I'd love to.
So, what do you think being a part of the Purple Punishment segment?
I will on those 2 weeks. I will take part.
All right.
In the whatever the purple punishment?
Purple Punishments.
I'll have to call mine something different.
The Bear Basher or something.
I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Right.
But so we'll be prepared as that comes along. We'll have you.
I will say, as a listener, you may want to at the end of every episode remind your audience the next picks. That way they know who's going to potentially get punished here.
Absolutely. So towards the end of next week's episode, we'll remind everybody what our prediction will be for the first. Our predictions are for the first game, and then we'll have finalized the actual wheel of punishments. And my thought too is once you land on a punishment, then that one gets taken out for you.
So remind me on not that I'm gonna. Depending on how the season goes, I may not pick the Bears on those Vikings
it's
weeks.
all about your pick, and if you get it right.
So you got to remind me the week before to make my pick, and you can announce it on the podcast, and then following the game, that's when I'll come on and do that. So, okay, cool. Excited.
All right. So little engagement, little punishment here. Skol. Little fun. Skol.
Hail.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun segment, and will definitely increase the entertainment value. Could add some gray hairs and, shorten our lifespan a little bit, depending on what we land on.
Well, it'll be entertaining punishments, but it won't be grueling. We're not going to like staple our foreheads or anything like that. But they'll be entertaining. So
one of them that we texted about did involve a Packers jersey, which would be
that's cool.
That would also force us to go out and acquire a Packers jersey. So I guarantee that would be more.
I guarantee
we could find one.
You'd have a willing friend of some person.
We could probably go dumpster diving a little bit too.
Yeah, that might be true.
There was a friend of mine that lived somewhere that I used to live, and he was selling a bunch of hats, and one of them was a Packers hat, and it was like this whole lot of hats for like $10, and I thought about buying it just to file a Packers hat in some gruesome way, but I decided against it.
Yeah, that was a good choice. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll finalize the wheel of punishments. But yeah, I'm excited. Should be fun.
Excited, nervous.
You could ask your fan base to throw out options.
There you go, Forrest. Look at you. Listeners, viewers, if you have any idea for a punishment that is kind of lighthearted, but still something we wouldn't love doing, but also something we could immediately follow up on the episode. So if it's something like, I'm trying to think of some of the like we're not going to put on the wheel like fly to Wisconsin for no reason, because we can't do that on the episode. But if it's something we could reasonably do immediately on the episode and have prepared for most of the season. So if it's like, I don't know, something that would expire within a few days, like, no, we probably couldn't.
We could shave your beard on the episode.
So we did also talk about if the punishments should be heightened
your wife will...
for our lock episodes,
mm-hmm.
because we both picked games that were locks to win and locks to lose, and if we get those locks,
how many locks did you pick?
So one each
win, one
loss. I think that might serve as like a double or something like that.
I don't know if I could throw up the beard. I think my wife might have something to say about it, but you never know. It's definitely,
you shaved it off before. You can do it again.
That was on my own accord, but something along those lines, something we could do right away.
Sorry,
on the episode. Yeah, let us know if you have any ideas. Otherwise, keep your eyes peeled.
Take it easy on us too if you're gonna recommend something.
We are also the final decision maker.
It's true.
We don't have to put everything on there. But if we like something, you never know.
I hope that I don't land on eating a spicy something or other, because I will lose my mind.
A one habanero, you don't think you could just pound it out?
No.
I think you could.
Especially not while drinking beer. That's
that might help it.
Beer amplifies spiciness.
I did think it would be kind of funny to have to drink our beer out of like a coffee stirrer for the whole episode.
That's one. Austin loves spicy beer.
I love spicy food. I can't do spicy beverages. It's like
that could be something.
It would have to be an Iowa beer.
You'd feel the repercussions of that after the episode.
I mean, it's more so in the heartburn area. It would be afterburn, but that's okay.